Hello and welcome to the 6th Sunday of Eastertide and to our Gospel Encounter, where we break open the Gospel for the day and then we spend some time contemplating that in Eucharistic adoration. In today's Gospel, Jesus says, "If you love me, you will obey my commands. If you love me, you will obey my commands." Now that can sound almost like a manipulation. Show me that you love me by doing this, this and this. But that's not what we're getting at here. In fact, Jesus' words challenge this notion of Catholic guilt. You see, why do I do all of these things as a Catholic? Why do I go to Mass? Why do I go to confession? Is it because I'm scared of God? Is it because I fear punishment? Is it because I think that if I don't do these things, I'm going to go to hell? Or is it out of a relationship? Is it out of love? Is it because I know that Jesus loves me and I love him? You see, if I really do love Jesus, then it changes my actions. If I love Jesus, I can only do what he asked me to do. And to give a really simple illustration, it's just like any other relationship. So as a married deacon, it's coming to the afternoon and my wife says, "Can you be home by 5:45 so I can get to boot camp this afternoon? I want to get out and do some exercise and we need someone to look after the 5 kids." And so she says, "Can you do this?" And I don't think, gee, if I don't do that, she's going to punish me and she's going to make me feel it for the next 3 weeks. No, I do it because I love her and I care for her and I want the best for her and I want to make sure that she's enjoying life and doing the things that she loves to do. And so I'm not obeying her command, so to speak, out of fear, but I'm obeying her request because I love her. And this is the thing, Jesus calls us to a relationship. He doesn't force us into a relationship. He calls us to obey him. He doesn't force us to obey him. And so our challenge as Catholics is to recognise that the motivation for faithfulness needs to be love and relationship, not rules and not fear. Why do I live out my faith? Why do I follow the commands that Jesus gives? Because I love Jesus. Now, if you think about that concept a bit of what motivates you to live out your life, your faith life, it's a really interesting thing, because if the thing that motivates you to go to Mass or to go to confession is only the fear of hell or the fear of something's bad's going to happen, God's going to punish you if you don't do this and that and the other. If that's your motivation, then if you dig deep enough, the thing that's motivating you is actually concern for self and love for self, not others. How do I know that? Because I'm thinking about how to protect myself, and so I go to church because that prevents God getting angry with me, and so I'm looking after myself. So that motivation is actually a love for self. It's not a love for Jesus. And it's one that's built on fear and anxiety, not on love and relationship. So this Sunday, in our Gospel Encounter, Jesus says, "If you love me, you will obey my commandments." He's calling us into relationship. He's calling us to obey his commands because we love him, because we know him personally, because we are friends with him, not because he's going to punish us. And so let that be our motivation this weekend as we think about Mass and doing spiritual communion from home and watching a Mass live streamed. Let's be motivated by love. Let's want to go to Mass. Let's want to live out our faith because we love our God. We know God personally, and we live in a way that shows by our actions that we love God and we love others. Amen.
Cry out with joy to God, all the earth. Cry out with joy to God, all the earth. Cry out with joy to God, all the earth. Oh, sing to the glory of his name. Oh, render him glorious praise. Say to God, how tremendous your deeds. Cry out with joy to God, all the earth. I'll sing to you, sing to your name. Come and see the works of God, tremendous his deeds among men. Cry out with joy to God, all the earth. He turned the sea into dry land. They passed through the river dry shod. Let our joy then be in him. He rules forever by his might. Cry out with joy to God, all the earth. Come and hear, all who fear God. I will tell what he did for my soul. Blessed be God who did not reject my prayer, nor withheld his love from me. Cry out with joy to God, all the earth. Cry out with joy